All right. So, okay. So I'm very sure people on the Zoom can now see us now, and also they can follow along. So what we have now is this is the data set we are going to be using for this work. So the data set is a bank data having having the client ID, which is the customer name, the age, sex, location, city. All of this is being captured through using IoT data. Kind of, you understand? So the last contact with the customer transaction pattern, the type of the categorization of that customer. If you realize that when you are in NYC and you open an account, after NYC you begin to collect a huge amount of money, you say you cannot withdraw because you have been categorized as a particular kind of a customer. Immediately you increase your withdrawing the bandwidth, you begin to go into another category. So all those kinds of category is what we mean by so those are part of the thing that you are seeing here, like all this banking, relationship, all those categories. You see all of that here. So all of the data are something that you are familiar with. So these are the banking deposits. These are amounts that have been deposited. So when you are doing analysis in Power BI, you need to understand every column in your data. You need to understand what they do, how does they actually impact your report, and what are the insights you are getting from there. So savings account, these are the amounts being saved. Foreign currency account. Some people have foreign and local accounts. So these are the people who have foreign, what is the amount they have there. Business lending account, the property owned. So fees, what are the fees that you charge on them? So we have all of that. The relationship time frame, income bands, like what is the based on the income they are receiving, what can we categorize them to? So risk weighing. Risk weighing is talking about people that are depositing and also withdrawing money, withdraw money at the same time. So a lot of people that withdraw a lot from the company, from the bank rather, they are categorized as a very high risk. You understand? They are as high risk. So they are the one that have 5 as high risk number. Those people that doesn't collect more loan, so they are categorized as 1. So bank need to understand how much are the high risk are collected so that we know amount how they can be in business. But when you give all the money out, you need to have money to run business as well. So all kind of a thing. Those are the things that we have on the banking client data. So what we have at this side, so is the location, gender. I just created this one just to show us how we can build relationship with same data. So those are the things that we are going to be working with. So I'm going to be connecting to this particular. It's being recorded. Yeah, it's being recorded. Okay, you sure? Okay, I'm not recording. I'm sure. Oh, sorry, I just. Recording in progress. All right, now I've started recording now. I think so. Thank God we've not gone very far with it. So this is the data we are going to be working with. So all those things that you saw on the dashboard the other time. So these are the things these are the measure. Because something measure calculation that you did. It's just very simple as when you are saying 2 plus 2. You can look at this bank deposit. When you want to calculate the total deposit, you need to know all the money that came into the bank in every form. So bank deposit, people make bank deposit, total check account, which is talking about total foreign account, total saving account. So this is how this analysis started. First of all, when we imported the data, we need to calculate how many customers do we have. So this shows us how many customers we are dealing with. The second thing is we need to calculate the bank deposit. You know, there is a table of bank deposit. So we calculate what are the sum. Sum is telling us that we should add all the bank deposit that we have. So sum is maybe one of the things that we are going to be using most here. We sum the total check account. If you look at the total check account, all of them they are here. They are here. All of them they are here. You see. All of these, we sum them together to know the total number of total amount of them. So we sum them together, sum savings together. So when we want to say when we want to calculate the total deposit, we need all of this data to get our total deposit. So that's why we have this. So we see that all the calculation follow steps. You understand? So we call this iteration measure. Is when you use another measure that you created to get another measure. So as you advance in Power BI, you get to understand some of those terminologies that we'll be using. So when we want to calculate the total loan, we need to understand that some of the table they give to us as the analyst, you need to understand which table actually give you your total loan. We have a lot of the data that speak to loan here. So when we have them, we need to sum them together. To get our total loan, we need to sum our bank loan, we need to sum our credit card, we need to sum our business lending, we need to sum our total loan. So that's give us our business loan. You understand? So the next thing is total flows. As I've said earlier on, total flow is talking about money. When you give money, all the money that came in and the money that goes out, when you subtract it, when you are positive, that means you have a lot of money in your reservoir. You understand? But when you are negative, that means the total loan that you give out is more than the amount of money that you have in house currently. So that's how that is being calculated. And then we also do a total fee. The total fee is just talking about total loan. You understand? When you give loan out, you collect interest. If you look at this place, if you look at this particular data, every all the customer that you have, you understand, all the customer that you have here, you have a that collected loan from you have a interest rate that you are charging them. I hope we are following. We have an interest rate that you are charging them. So the fee is what we are multiplying here. We are multiplying it by column, by row to row. So that is why we have this calculation. So to save our time, so I will not be doing a lot more explaining them when I'm calculating them to make it more rapid. But I'm going to show you a demo of how it's been done. So I will take this one off your screen now. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is we are going to be importing our data. So when you want to import data in Power BI, you will come to your report view. You can import here as a source code if you are importing a Excel file or CSV or SQL. You can connect here directly to make your work more faster. Or you can use get data here. There are three ways to import data currently now. Get data, or you go to transform. When you are doing your Power BI certification exam, they usually ask you some of those questions like in importing data in Power BI, what are the different forms that you can usually use? So they might put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can import through this using get data, using transform data, and using the quick feature which is here. So usually when you use this get data, you see all of this. You can import data from different sources: Excel, Power BI data set, data flow, data pass, SQL. We have thousands of database that you can connect to. So for the purpose of this project, I will just take you to transform data so that I can show you what we call Power Query. Transform data is just about taking you to where you can transform your data, just like let's say like a mechanic workshop where data cleaning is being done for your data. So this place is just a report building, while the other page is just talking about where you can just analyze reports. This page is just to do your dashboard cleaning and all. So the page has already open. It's already open on my second screen here. So already open. So here we are going to use this particular page. You can also use that other one as well. So click on new source when this page open. Click on Excel. The data we are importing is an Excel file. So I'll be using Excel. So you go and locate the Power BI, where your Power BI is, the file, you import it. So when you import the data will come up like this, you see. So it loads. Usually you need to check if your data need cleaning, but for the purpose of this session and the little time that we have, we are not going to be cleaning the data. So if you want to import data, just check the necessary data. If you are dealing with a big data, there is a long list of data that you might want to import. You need to checklist them one by one. As you are clicking them, it will be previewing the data for you so that you can see that you are importing the right data. So when the data is imported, you will see the Power BI has improved a lot, and as it is improving, it makes it to be more complex to use for a lot of people that are just coming up, not like when we were just learning it that time. So now, what I mean by that, it might be very simple for some people, but what I'm saying is that I will show us where well. So this place is where this one of the uniqueness of Power BI is that it show you the step that if you clean your data, all the steps that you applied in cleaning your data, that is what is being recorded here. One of the advantages of Power BI over Excel is that when you work on a report, maybe weekly report, maybe you clean the data repeatedly every week, you want to use that report. But when you use it with Power BI, the first cleaning you do in the first time you clean the data can be repeated by computer itself. You don't need to do to follow that step again. So this particular step will record all those steps and be helping you to apply it. So when you publish your report, just click only refresh or it auto updates by itself. So those are the things that it does. So now I will just close and apply. I'm not cleaning any data here, it's already clean. So I'm just going to use close and apply. So apply changes. So if you show as I just apply changes. So while we wait for it to load, so it's fetching the data now. So when it loads, so we are going to first thing we are going to be doing now is to fill to fill our data and also build relationship between the data. So now the data has loaded. Here we can see this is the data that we imported. You cannot fill the data from here. You can only see the column heading when you are here. So if you want to fill the data to know what are the type of data that are available here, you need to come to data fill. When you come to data fill here, so we are already in data fill. You need to click here to see those data. So this is it. You need to click. You need to click them before you can see them. So if you look at this particular data, this bank client data, it has a client ID. Bank client data too, that's a client ID. So if you want to build relationship between this data, we use the ID that make them to that connect them together. So if you want to build relationship between the data, you just come to. The reason why we normally build relationship is that we call something flat data. When your let's assume now all the data of this particular data, the column, the more you want to collect more data or information about your product, the data become one wide like we have a product, you have a customer, you have a sales team. So all the sales team have their name, their phone number, their location, what they do. The product have the product type, product color, product history and all. The store location to have its own data. So now putting all of those things on a particular Excel sheet is going to be very wide. So now why can't we now use a particular ID that connect them together? That's how we brought about building relationship. So instead of having a wide list of column, you can definitely look at what's bringing them together as a unique relationship. As you are making reference to them, it applies to the other one. So that's why we build relationship. So for this particular one, what I'm just going to quickly do now is I will just show us, though Power BI is too sensitive, you can detect relationship by itself. You can see that it's already detect relationship between this particular data. So, but to verify the relationship that it has built by itself, you can go to manage relationship. Click manage relationship here. You will see that it has connected bank client data with bank client using client ID, which is correct. You might want to delete this relationship if you want, or if you want to build a new relationship, you can click here to create a new relationship, and you can use auto detect. You already auto detect it already, so we are not going to be disturbing that again. So the next thing we are going to be building now, we are going to quickly use the next maybe less than 20 minutes to build the dashboard that we have now. So, one of the things you need to know about Power BI now that some people find frustrating is this. It's really good for we that we already used to it, but for most people that are just coming, they might be looking for it and they cannot get it on time, and it's really frustrating. So I can cancel this particular data that we have here. I'm seeing Peter here. If I don't want to see this Peter that is disturbing me, just come to view. You can enable whatever they want us to be able to customize Power BI like the way we want. So if you don't want to see the view, just uncheck it here. You not see it again. Instead of it to be so, if you want to be seeing your data at the sidebar, just click data. It will be part of what you want to be seeing on your report. If you want to be seeing the format page, just click it. So you'll be seeing your format page. Format is where you make some additional cleaning, beautifying your report and all. So if I don't want to see all of this, I can just click that. So for the purpose of this project, I will just be using the data for now. I will be using this particular data. So now to start my work, so we are now going to go into the practical demo. So first of all, I'm going to be doing a lot of calculation that I showed toward the other time, which is all those total customer and all. So I want to create a measure table. I don't want all my calculation to be everywhere. So I will be creating something we call measure table. So measure table, just click on table. I don't know if you see what I click here. I click on create new table at the top under home page. So when you click it, it takes you to this page. So it takes you to this page. So I will just call it measure table. Okay. Let me just call it key measure. Yeah. Key. So key measure, just click, you want click load. So this my okay. So we click that. So the next thing we are going to be doing now, we want to be all the calculation we want to be doing is I want them to be falling under display so that I can have all those calculations separately. So you can click on these three dots beside the key measure. When you left click it, it will come out. You will see that new measure coming up here. Click on the new measure here. When you right click it, the list of items that will come out, you will see the new measure and all. So now this is the page where you type your formula. All these formula that I was showing you the other time. All these formula that I was showing you the other time. So this is where you be typing it. If you have this formula already, you can just copy and paste it. It will reflect. You understand? So in this case, let me just show you one. So now I want to go to the bank client to calculate the total customer that we have. So I'll just type total customer. So in Power BI measure, one of the things that make it lovely is that you are typing as if you are speaking just normal English. Total customer. So when you type total customer, just type sum. I want you to sum the just type client. Sorry, I want to use count. So I'm not actually summing because it's not a okay. I'm not actually summing, sorry. I want to count the number of customers that I have. So it's not summing, it's not a numerical data. So I'll just use count row. What count row does is that it counts the total number of total number of rows that we have in a table. So yeah. So count row. So count row, when you are typing a measure in Power BI, it will giving you some tips of what you are doing. So it's telling you count the numbers of rows in a table. So and it's telling you that what you can only use in that particular place, you can only reference a table. So that is what it's telling you. Whenever you see anything like this, just bracket, that is telling you that you are referencing a table. So I will be using that now. So I want to count the bank client data. I'm using bank client data. So I want to count total number of. So now you see that the measure is now here. The measure that we calculated is now here. So, but there is one thing that I want to show you. This key measure is one of the key important things I want to use. I don't want it to be always be at the bottom or anywhere. So I want it to be at the top, just like my calculator all the time if I want to use it. So to make it work like that, just click on these three dots. You will see new column, all of these things. You will see them. Okay, let me click it again. Click on this column 1 that we have here, column 1 that is showing here. Then go to each that particular column. you will see that it's no more showing. So we already hide it. So now it's no more showing, and this particular measure has turned it to calculator, and it's going to be be at the top here anytime you want to use it. So the next thing we are going to be calculating is the bank deposit. So we are going to click on new measure again. By clicking the three dots, click on new measure. So it will pop out what are the things that we want to calculate. So I want to calculate the bank deposit. So which is going to be sum of all the bank deposit that we have. So bank deposit. So this process can be repeated for all the other one. So I will just fast track the other step since we already understand how we are going to be doing that. So now the next thing we want to calculate is the total. We want to calculate the total check account. You know, people make payments via check as well. So we want to calculate how many of that do we have. Okay. So when you just copy that for particular formula, it will reflect. I already have them. So they want to calculate also the current currency that we have, the current currency that we have. So I will click on new measure again. So you need to keep on clicking on new measure if you are trying to calculate a new one. So we've calculated that. So the last thing for this aspect is total saving account. So those are the money that came into the bank. So we click on this. And one of the things you can, this particular training, why we focus on banking is that we know, as we all, for most people that actually need portfolio, this can be part of what you can add to your portfolio as part of the project you work on. And in every reasonable bank, we see that all the insights that you have brought out here is not something that is a child play. They are very, very important in their organization. So you speaking to all of this is actually one thing that is very important. So at DSN, one of the things that we do is to ensure that we work on a real life data that people can showcase and add to their project portfolio and to give them visibility. So now for the total deposit, what I just did is just to put plus to all the measures that we calculated earlier. So I'm just adding plus to them. So just total deposit I'm just typing all of that thing. You have it here. So the next thing is we've calculated for all the money that came into the bank. So the next thing we want to do now is we want to calculate all the total loan. And to get our total loan, we need to calculate how does money go out of the organization. So at times, if you don't want to be clicking this particular aspect to be creating new measure, you can also click the one at the top here. You can also click the one at the top here. It will also give you new measure. The aspect that we are going to spend 10 minutes or thereabout there is writing this measure. Measure writing at times is focused on the problem you are trying to solve. I want you to understand that when you are writing measure, it's not just about just calculating anything. You need to look at what are the problems you are solving. That problem you are solving now leads to what are the type of measure that you need to create. You understand? So now these are the insights I'm trying to find, and these are the calculations that I need to do so that you not waste your effort. You will see that most of the things that we are calculating here are the things that we are actually using. So now we want to calculate the total loan. So definitely we need bank loan, credit card, business lending, so that you will not just be calculating without a purpose. So the next thing we are going to be calculating is business lending. So when you go to the GitHub, as I've said, all of these details are there. So when you go to the GitHub page, all the things we are using for this practical demo is there. We have the Indabax data set. We have the PDF for the presentation is there. The measure that we are using currently now is there. When you click it, you will see it. The measure that we are using is there. You see all the measure that we are using are there. So just to make sure that we are, so anything that we build here now, we are also going to put it here. So we calculate, have we calculated business lending? Okay, I think we don't calculate that. So business lending. So okay, so we are almost done. So in the next few minutes, we are going to round up. The aspect that is difficult is just to calculate all of this, and we already have that. So so now we have our total. So our total loan has been calculated using all of those metrics that we've identified. So the next thing we want to calculate is the total float. So now, say our key calculation is the bank loan, sorry, the total deposit and total loan. So now we want to calculate our float. So we want to calculate our total float. Total float is talking about, I've said, total float is just talking about all the money that you receive, just like all the salary here now. You want to calculate your total float. How do you know your total float? It's talking about float means that you are on top of the world, or you are not, or you are going to sink inside the water. It's either of the two. You receive salary of maybe 100,000 and you're already paying out about 180,000. Subtracting them together will give you your total float. Or you understand? So the total income minus total expenses, that's what is mean by float. How much do you have left? So this is the total float for you. So the total deposit, that the money the bank receive and the total money that goes out. So every all the bank does that. Then total fee is talking about, total fee is talking about giving the company insight. What we want to calculate now is total fee. Talking all the loan that company has given out. What are the loan interest rates that are there? What are the income they are expecting from each of the customer? And the customer that have the higher total fee is telling you that, okay, this customer collect a loan a lot, and you are having more income, a return on that particular customer. So it's another analysis that you can still do in high scripture to look at which of the locations are we getting a loan total fees from, to see these people are borrowing money a lot and they are returning it and we are making interest on them. So now we are done with all our calculation here. So all of this is done. So what we want to do now, I'm going to close this. So we are done with that. So I want to begin my visual. So I will click on visual gallery. So one of the things we need to understand, and now building our visual, now that we have calculated all our measures, how do we now visualize it in a way that everything that we want to do actually resonates? So now you need to have in mind that people that want to use your report, who are those people that want to use your report, and what are the key things they want to see as a KPI, key metrics that you want them to do, you want them to see, the KPI that you want them to see. So now for this particular report, the management that need this report actually want to see the total number of customers that we have. So what I need to do, I will use something we call card. So this is card. This is what we call card. So click on this card. So if you have a new Power BI installed, maybe you put any picture here, it will give you a shortcut to select the data you want to use instead of dragging from here. So now we click on add feed. So I want to see total customer. You can type what you are looking for here, or you look for total customer. So total customer can be found somewhere around here. So just click it, then the visual will show here. You can see it will show here. So it will show here. So another thing I want to see, the total float. So you can format this particular one. You can format it. So you can format it, and also what I've done here is just just because of our time, I would not like to waste more time. So let me just, what I've done here is this. I will build the dashboard, but there is something I want to show you. Let me go to view. Let me go to view. Okay, view. Alright. So I want to use my format. I need my format. You understand? I already have my background that I want to use. So I want to import my background. This is what I'm calling a background. So, okay. Okay. Okay, mix them. So if you download this particular file that we have here, I already have a background that I want to use for this report. So if you go to this place, so we have background. So download this particular background here. So when you download it, let me show you how it looks. So if you want to import that background here, like you want to import it into your Power BI. So I designed it from PowerPoint. So let me just import it here. So let me import it from here. So click on, so this is it here. So you just click on format, go to canvas background. On your other canvas background, click on that particular image, upload it, then upload it. So you already uploaded. When you upload it, it will be white like this. It's telling you that transparency level is 100%. So for you to see what you have uploaded, you need to do it like this. You need to take it like this. So I want it to be showing very well. So I will use it to be filled. I'll use it to be so that it can be extended. You see the measure that I uploaded, that I calculated the other time. This is it here. You get it. So, so another thing, the way we calculated the first one, you can also calculate the second one like that by using copy. You can copy this first one to retain the same formatting that has been applied to this particular one. So what you just need to do, you just need to drop it here. So when you drop it, you just need to change. Click here. You just change the customer. You click you delete this one. You add another one. I want to see total flows. Like total flow that I've said, total flow is talking about the income of the bank to total giving out. So just click it. You don't need to double tap. Just a click. So now it's now showing. So you can copy that as well. Copy it for the rest of the visual. So I'm going to fast track that aspect. So 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 the same step that has been applied to that aspect is what I've applied to the remaining one that is here. You get that? So another thing I'm going to be showing us today, I want us to calculate what we call I want to use the bar chart here. If you look at the feature that I showed towards the other time, I already have a plan of what I want to calculate. So I want to calculate my total customer by income. So I will just go to home again, click on any feature I want to use. Click on this. I want to select this. So I want to calculate total customer by income band. I want to know the band that I have. People that high, mid, low, and also mid high. I want to see how many customers fall in those categories. So for you to do that, you need to add data to your report. So I'm going to add total customer. Where is it? Total customer, yes. Then you need to add legend. Legend is talking about how do you want to categorize that measure that you have. So income band. So which band are you? So it's okay, this is it, income band. So this is income band. So this is income band. So this is income band. So what I will do here now is just show you how to format, then we fast track the other steps, just as I've said. So now the income band. So now if you look at what we have here, if you look at this particular visual, it's already messy, it's not looking good. So what I need to do, I will need to format it. I will need to close. I don't want to show the legend again. I don't want to show this legend. I don't want to show it. So what I will do, I will hide the legend. I want the measure to be showing the full details of what is there. So I will click on detail label. Then under the label content, I will make it to be all details label. So all the details label has been plugged in here. Under the style and size and style, these are the things you can control there. You can go through all of them to see. I don't want it to be showing background. I will off it so that I can be able to see all what is under it. Then the next thing I want to do, I want to change the color. So come to slice to pick the color that you want to choose for your visual. So you can pick any color that you like.
90 by 6.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you can start everything. So you can pick any color that you want to use. So I want to pick one color for us. So you can just choose color. You can click here to pick any color that you want to choose. So when you can just pick, let's say you want to choose this color. I'm not saying this color. I will just play with different color. So you can select any color you want to choose. So you understand? You just select any color you want to pick. So that same procedure can be applied to the other one that you are going to be doing. So I've not completed it. It's not total close that is there. Is it showing total close? I think peace. I think that one is showing peace. Instead of close, I pick peace. Yeah. So this is the thing that the one we just did now. So this is this one. So to use map, what we are going to do for the map, just come to this place, select gallery to look at the map view of the data. So the map will be situated here. So just the same way we add data to the other, just like the way we add data to the other one, just click on, we already have your map, click on, there is something you need to know about map. If you have a latitude and longitude on your data, you can use it, and if you have location name, you can use it. So what I'm saying is this: if you come to your data view here, if you look at the type of data that we have, the type of data that we have does not have latitude and longitude. It only have a location name. And if you look at location name, we have city, Etios, Lagos Island, Surulere, Oshodi. Those are the location name that we have there. So definitely, it's location you are going to be using here. Just click on add data, then select city, then come to go and look for the bubble size. Select what you want to be visualizing there. I want to look at total deposit by all of those guys. So I just click key measure, total deposit. Where is it? So you can see it there. It's showing. And if you want to edit it, like want it to show very well, you can click on it. Then you can come to all the settings under the formatting page. You can remove the background, do any other settings you want to do. Maybe you want to change map setting. Maybe the type of themes I'm using is dark. I can as well change the theme to dark. Then there is something we call the bubble here. You can change the color of the bubble and the size of the bubble from here. You can change it here. You can change the color. You can change the color as well. Change it to anything you want. Okay, it's really time. So we can change the color. So another thing that we can still do. So yeah. If I select city, and I drop it on location. All the cities that are there, all the cities. So all the number of customers. Yes. And if you look at visits for all the states there, when you look at it, this is city Korodu, this is Alimosho and all. But you see all these numbers that is showing like this, all these numbers that is showing, all these numbers that is showing on a long list like this. If you want to format them, just go to your view. You know we deactivated format data the other time. Activate data. Come to total deposit. When you click it, go to you see it brought out. If you click on any of these measure, it will and you want to format it so that it will not be showing all this long list of stuff. This money, this amount is in dollar. So just click dollar here. If you click dollar, you see that it will change it to dollar, and it's also going to have a decimal at the end of the day when it's done. You see, it's going to be having a long list of decimal. So another thing you can do there is just click on this auto. You can change it to 0 to the number of decimal place you want. So when you do that, it will be more clean and everything will be okay. So next thing we are going to be doing now, if you remember this particular picture that I showed us the other time, if you remember this, okay, let me bring it there. So if you remember this particular picture, I show us this. I show us this how this was plotted. So if you want to plot this type of a thing, what you just need to do is to just go to click out here, go to home, go to visual. That is a scatter plot. So just click on it here. Yes, just click it. So what you need to do, so we just add we have y-axis and x-axis. So for the x-axis, you can put total deposit here. We want to look at as people are depositing money and they are taking loan. What is the pattern? Each customer, where does they fall into? So on the x-axis, I'm going to be putting. So we use the key measures here, which is total deposit. Then on the y-axis, I'm going to be using total loan. Okay, this is it. So we have this here. So now what I want to look at now, I want to see the fee structure of those people. So fee structure is talking about I have this particular data now. I have this particular data here. So I want to see which type of data do you want to see, which is talking about value. So I will put this is so let me client ID. So this place, I want to see all my customers that fall in any of those categories. So let me just put my client ID. So this one will show me all the customers that fall in that category. So these are all the customers that I have. These are the list of all my customers. So for me to categorize this customer based on the category that I want to do, so I will go to the legend, click on legend, use the total fee. I'll use fee here, fee structure. So I put fee structure. So fee structure we categorize them based on how we want to see it. So you can see, we can begin to see it now. So you can come to color here to put them in different color, so that you can put them in different color. You can put them in different color of your choice. You can choose any color that you want. So that's how you can do that. So that's how you can do that. So So what you just need to do, I've already arranged the way I want my picture to be. You can just definitely arrange it. So the second to the last thing is talking about bar charts. I want to show you how you can plot your bar chart. So for the bar chart, just select on your same home page, select the particular chart that you want to use. I actually want to use this. Then I want to see the total customer by banking relationship. So click on the y-axis. We have uh, the banking relationship. So just click on banking relationship. Then so so we have the customer bank total customer by banking relationship. So this is it. Total customer. Let me go to total customer. So you click total customer. So that's as well. So this is how you plot your bar chart. And when you want to format it, if you want to remove anything or you want to clean it, you go to format. You change anything you want to change, like background, remove background, change color. All of that is something that you can play with. They are something that you can play with. You can change the color, um, and any other thing you want to do. You can change the data color and text color as well. So you can repeat that same process for ẹ̀yin náà lẹ́jọ́ fún wa wọ́n ti ṣe tán. So okay, so this thing has repeated several times. Okay. So the last thing on this is this. So the last thing we want to do is table. So if you want to use table, just like the way table is the same process. Just select when you have table. Go to your home page, go to insert, then look for table. Table and matches are together. Then table is one of the simplest thing that you can do. Just drag it the way you want. Then as usual, select the column you want to add to the table. So for this case, we want to select name. I want them to be able to see the customer name from here. You can select the customer name. You can see the customer name, banking contact. So all of those, you can add more data. I want to look at banking contact. Banking contact. So you will add all of them to it like that for the rest of the one as well. I already did it. I'm just copying and I already did it. I'm just copying and pasting it. I just showing them. This is that. So when you do that, to format it like the way I did it, you can just come to style and all to do the formatting. So I will take it out and paste the correct one. So for the filter, you can also come to for the filter as well, just come to this place, select filter. We have a filter page here, and drop anything that you want to use for your filter. Drop it here. So for this scenario, I use so you can use anything that you want to you want to use. You can use bank relationship, you can use anything. You can use anything. So when you want to, if you want to change it to the way I did my own, just like we have this, that is like this. So just come to, you see, is before it's at the top, but now they brought, I think they brought it down. Yeah. So change it from vertical to tile. So it will be like this, then you stretch it just like the way you want it. You know, if you are using Excel, the way you do your this particular one is different. You need to set the number of column that you want it to follow. Then you adjust it just the way it's supposed to be. You adjust it just the way you want to be. You know, it never always rush. So the next thing is the title. You can just do title on your own. Title is very simple. Title is very simple. What you just need for the title, just go to insert again, which is the last thing I'm going to be doing today. So sorry. Go to insert. So you see text. Yeah, text has run away. So I'll use this. Because of the screen size of this, so it's not showing because of the screen size. So when you go to insert, just type the title that you want to use. You type the title that you want to use, you type it here. So just like this particular one, so this is what I want to use. And when you are done, you have something like this. When you are done, you have something like this. So when you are done, this is what you have. You have something like this. So this is the thing you are going to have as your final work. So the battle has come. So that is going to be the final work. So now thank God that we are able to complete that. So the file will be uploaded to the GitHub. I think you will see it there in the next 1 minute. So I don't know if you have any question. You know, this is actually the end of the class. So you can, what do you say?
If you have any question,
Yeah, it's on the GitHub. I already put there. So that GitHub link that I showcased the other time.
you can always GitHub.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. David.
Oh, thanks.
We'll be sending all the files back via the video to register, so we cannot have access to it. We'll be sending it to the mails. Yeah, we'll be sending it to the mail, so everyone can have access to it.
Yeah, I think that's
Thank
fine.
you. So please, we really love for today, but we need to come back to the main hall so we can know our objectives for tomorrow. But after that, you're going for dinner, and that's the end of today. So please, let's go to the main hall, get the information, and we can all go home for dinner. Thank you.
You can send the link to send the organizers. You can send that all the mails that register. That will be more easier.
What about you that not registered?
You will not collect. You will not receive the link. The way you will not organic one thing. You will be boss now. You don't need link.
Mr. David,
How about boss?
I will call you. This
No problem.
is too loaded. So,
Now the time we requested for was 2-3 hours. It was 2-3 hours
I will
we
call you.
requested
I
for.
wanted to just get a grab of this part for just presentation or interpretation of the data. So, expect my call.
Alright, that's fine. That's fine. I'm coming. I don't know if anybody is still okay. I think
Okay, one. It's like the work network is not really working. The network is not. I don't know whether I will have your number.
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, okay,
Recording in progress.
I'm stopping all the server that depended
No, they are still having. No, no, don't leave. Don't go with that. Leave.
sorry, I'm actually managing the Zoom as well for the main event. I think they are no more there. Let me just end this.
So let's
They are no more there. Okay, let me just give you one. David.
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 Yeah, Power BI, yeah.
Okay, okay. Your laptop is on. Let me give those guys. Those guys in there. So you can just chat me so that I can save your number. Hi, how are you? You are saying well, man. We are living. Alright, we see you. Okay. Okay, get up. Okay, who's 30,
30.
30, 34, 33, 62. What's up? So, I think it's
David,
yes, yes. So you can start, I must be on LinkedIn with David Akanji. You can definitely see me or message me anytime.
connect via LinkedIn.
Sorry, do you have the profile for
No, image required. Snap that image. Snap the bring it.
Eh?
No, no, image.
Yeah, it's there now.
Yeah?
I just like the internet is bad here. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay,
It's
ready.
there. Is it there?
It's open.
It's off.
It's open. It's here.
It's
Network is
okay.
slow. I don't have internet.
Because have you taken a picture
Do you
already?
know what?
Let me just take a picture. It's not open.
Do you know what? We can send this to your WhatsApp, the link to your WhatsApp.
Okay.
Can do that. Have you?
I'm coming. Let me
You
just
sent?
upload before the before the file will just go. Let me do this one. But car at this school, how are they surviving without internet?
No, they said this thing is okay. The internet is okay. But bandwidth so they had is limited and it's because of yeah, it's impossible.